Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joya, and in today's video we are going to be doing the budget for the month of April. I follow the conscious spending plan by Ramit, and I am going to leave a link in the description box for you all because you'll find out that if you're new here, I have a very unique living arrangement, if you will. So for the month of April, first of all, I only get paid twice a month, which means that all of my checks fluctuate. What I have done is every time I get paid 80 hours, I am budgeting that amount, which is $1,590. Editing Joya here. I said that completely wrong. What I do is use the 80-hour paycheck amount and have that as a set amount to budget for each month. Now, this number is after my contribution to my 401k, and I also max out my health savings account to invest in that. Of course, there's my medical, dental deduction, Social Security and those things. So for the month of April, there's a total of $3,180. Now, when it comes to the actual, these numbers will look different, and as we get into it, I will explain where that extra I plan to put it. Next is going to be your monthly fixed costs, and the guideline that he has is anywhere between 50 to 60% of your take-home pay. So, rent, I pay $700 a month, and that is because I live with my mom. Internet, we go half on that, and my portion is $91. My portion of the cell phone bill is usually, let me get another pen. I think this ink is running out. All right, so my portion of the cell phone bill is usually $80. Car insurance went up a couple dollars to $173. My life insurance is roughly $34. Now, subscriptions, this actually is not necessarily a need. This is a want, but I am putting it in my monthly expenses because it is a fixed cost, and it just makes sense for me to put it in this bucket. So for my own personal subscriptions, it's $86 a month. So there is one subscription that my mom and I used to, share. She no longer uses it, so I'm just paying her the monthly fee by transferring her the money. However, I did look and see that they have an annual option for this subscription. When I Googled it, they said that they did not, but I did go in and log in, and there is an option for that. So I'm going to talk to her about that when she gets home from work this evening to see if I can get this lowered and add that to my annual category, like a sinking fund, which is a part of my fund money. So YouTube TV, I go half on that as well with my mom, and my portion is $45. Gas, I budget $50 a month, and that is because I work from home. I do medical billing, groceries. I budget $300 a month. Maybe once every few months do I actually spend this amount. I do like to budget for it though, just in case. Household, I budget $50 a month. And pets, I budget $30 a month. So I'm gonna total this together. And that brings me to $1,639 for my monthly fixed cost. So this should be about, I think this is about 52% of my take-home pay, maybe 51. So roughly 51%. So I am in between that range of the 50 to 60%. Now within this bucket, he does specify to add on an additional 15% to this total amount for your fixed expenses for anything that is unexpected. I have given that unexpected a name for my emergency fund. This one is more than that 15% because I do have a goal of getting my emergency fund fully funded by the end of the year. So I do have a set amount of $335 going into this account monthly. I started the year out at $3,000. I want to end the year out at $7,000. That is my goal. Make sure that your budget is very specific to your own personal goals. It might be higher than this, it might be lower than this, but $7,000 is my goal. All right, so the second bucket, which I don't have listed here, is your long-term investments. And the reason I don't have it here, as I mentioned in the beginning, I invest in my 401k and my HSA. Personally, I don't feel comfortable doing any post-tax investing until my emergency fund is fully funded. So by this time next year, I do plan on doing some post-tax investing. He does give a guideline of at least 10%. That long-term investing does include any type of investment that you got. So retirement, 401k, non-retirement, it would be included in that. But it just made sense for me to not have that bucket here because it automatically comes out of my paycheck. And that's just extra math that I have to do. So that's the second bucket, is long-term investment with at least 10% being contributed towards that. The third bucket is the short to mid-term savings. And he has a guideline of 5 to 10%. I'm doing 10%, so the total that I am going to be putting in my short to mid-term savings each month is, just to make this a round number, is $320 instead of $318. Again, make it work for you. Right now, I am saving for Christmas, for vacation because I love to travel, and then pet care, which is like a pet emergency because we got to take care of our pets and anything can happen. Now, I do have where I only want to save up $500 for Christmas and have already given myself $50 a month to reach that goal of $500. So $50 for Christmas. Let me go ahead and do this. 320 minus 50. Now, I don't have a specific goal for vacation, so I have been doing $200 for the month, which would leave me with $70 to go for pet care. Now, again, this is just the budget. The actual might be different. So I just want to make sure that this is 320. All right. Then, after pre-tax retirement investing has been done, all of my fixed monthly expenses have been paid for, I've allocated money towards my emergency fund, my short-term savings. Then we get into the final bucket of the guilt-free spending. And the guideline that he has is to use 20 to 35% of your take-home pay for your fund money. I just allocate whatever is left over. I don't necessarily put a specific percentage to it. Whatever's left over, it gets thrown into this guilt-free spending. So we will have roughly $886 for our fund money for the month. And going back to this extra money that I plan to have, because the actual paychecks will be more than this, that money is going towards my emergency fund so that I can get that fully funded even sooner. The sooner I get that fully funded, the sooner that I can either, like I said, start putting money away to do my post-tax investing, or put towards savings, or put towards my fund money. And the reason that I'm doing this is because of the guilt-free spending. I am really trying to get in a position of where I have money left over that I can spend. And when I spend it, I'm not feeling guilty about it. So that is the overview of the monthly budget. For my paycheck budget, I do go ahead and break this section down a lot further. So if you are interested in seeing how I do that, I do have a playlist, a Budget With Me playlist. You can also subscribe and follow along with me to see how I break down my paycheck budgets for my future paychecks. If you made it this far, please give the video a like. I would truly appreciate it. Y'all keep budgeting, keep being smart with your saving, keep being smart with your spending. I am rooting for each and every one of you. Y'all take care, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.